All right, welcome to the November 29th meeting of the City of Lowell License Commission. Was the meeting posted?
Yes.
Okay. First on the agenda?
Commission will now take up applications for public amusement filed by Chaotic Wrestling Incorporated from the Chaotic Training Center, 100 Belmont Street, North Andover, Mass. Walter J. Jemitkowski is the president for shows at the Polish American Veterans Hall, 10 Coburn Street in 2013, starting with Friday, January 18th, 2013, starting at 7 p.m. Friday, March 1st, 7 p.m. show, and Friday, April 12th, Friday, May 17th, Friday, June 28th, Friday, August 16th, Friday, September 27th, Friday, November 1st, and Friday, December 13th, 2013. All shows start at 7 p.m. and would end at 11 p.m.
Please introduce yourself for the record.
Walter Jemitkowski from Chaotic Wrestling.
All right. Walter, how long have you been doing these events in the City of Lowell?
10 years.
10 years. Any issues?
No.
No. Okay. Any questions? No. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. So moved.
Great.
Good luck.
Thanks so much. Have a good day.
You too. Next on the agenda.
Commission will now take up the matter to do with the special one-day license application for all alcoholic beverages. Sarah M. Bogosian of the Lowell Art Association. This is a not-for-profit entity in accordance with Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 180, Section 26A. This is for an all-alcoholic license for Friday, December 7th, 2012. Hours are 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The Whistler House Christmas Party at the Whistler House Museum of Art at 243 Worthing Street.
Do we want to do both of them? Do you want to do the wines too, Ryan? Do you want to do the wines too together, or do you want to do them separately? Separately? Okay.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself for the record.
Sarah Bogosian, President of the Whistler House Museum of Art.
Okay. Sarah, have you done this before?
Yes,
Okay. And you understand that the license is in your name and not in the Whistler House's name?
yes,
Okay. So you have complete control over the license.
absolutely.
If anyone is appears intoxicated, etc., you have the right to shut them down and the obligation to stop serving them.
Right.
Okay. Do you have any questions? No questions. No? All right. I'll take a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. So moved.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Commission will now take up the matter to do with the special one-day license application for wines only, filed by Victoria B. Woodley of the Pollard Memorial Library for Wednesday, December 5th, 2012, from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. The event is a reception for unveiling of restored artwork in the library. The event location is the meeting room, the ground floor of the Pollard Memorial Library at 401 Merrimack Street. And License Commission will consider a waiver of license fee for the fact that, if I may, just state that the event is for the Board of Trustees. And for the fact that the city ordinance requires a license on a public property.
Introduce yourself for the record.
I'm Victoria Woodley, Library Director at Pollard Library.
Okay. And Victoria, have you done this before?
Yes, we have.
And you heard my little spiel to Ms. Bogosian about the license being in your name?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
don't expect the trustees of the library to get too riled up, but
Well, we've invited a lot of people, so either I or somebody I'm appointing will be watching that particular table till 7 o'clock, and then it's going to be put away.
okay. And how many people are going to be attending the event?
I have invited about 75, so I'm hoping between 75 and 100.
Okay. And who's going to be doing the serving? Have you hired someone, or are
No,
you,
no, the staff.
the staff? Okay. All right. Just make sure that you explain to them
Yes.
the rules and regulations of the city.
Yes.
And that's it. Any questions?
No.
No. Would you like to make a motion?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Motion made and seconded. All those in favor say aye. And I'll make a motion to waive the fee. Get a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. So moved.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Notice have been published. It was published in November 16th,
people, okay. Next on the agenda?
Commission will now open a public hearing on the application by number two China Star LLC, Johnny Lee, manager for the LLC, for an all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license for premises at 1733 Middlesex Street, there being one on number door south and west sides, and two on number doors north side. First floor would be for bar, restaurant, and kitchen, and there would be a basement for storage. It is also requested that Ken G. of Quincy be approved as the manager of record for number 2 China Star LLC. The following applications for common victular license and license for entertainment in a licensed restaurant filed on behalf of number 2 China Star LLC for premises at 1733 Middlesex Street.
Okay. Introduce yourself for the record.
Chairman, for the record, James Flood, 549 Roger Street, representing number 2 China Star LLC, the applicant. With me tonight is Johnny Lee, who's right here, Ken G., and also the landlord, Ken Kaiser, is with me tonight. I think you're probably familiar with the property, 1733 Middlesex Street. It's the location of the former Super Bowl restaurant. I don't know if you've been by recently, but a complete renovation has taken place. They've done the whole existing building over. They've removed the deck and added a addition of approximately 2,000 square feet. They've done a new parking lot for 70 cars and put a new drainage system in. The project has also been presented to the Planning Board and the Board of Appeals, and all required permits have been approved. Johnny has been operating a China Star restaurant located on Broadway Street for the last 3.5 years. It's a small takeout restaurant, and he wants to expand to a sit-down, family-style Asian restaurant. So an opportunity came up with Ken Kaiser, and they got together and he came up with plans. Ken G. has been working at the Kowloon restaurant for many years, and presently is the bar manager at the Kowloon. They intend to be open 7 days a week. They intend to serve breakfast, the traditional Asian breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The proposed hours of operation would be from 9 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock during the week, 9 to 2 on weekends. They're here to answer any questions you might have, and I'll be glad to add anything that you might want.
Sure. So Mr. Lee's going to be the manager?
Correct.
And what's his experience in serving alcohol?
Ken, want to come up and speak? Yep.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Ken G.
Okay.
I've been employed for Kowloon for 28 years. Currently the bar manager since 1998. And
So are you going to leave the Kowloon and come up here full-time? Is that the plan?
the plan right now, I'll probably be doing both, but obviously I'll concentrate now more on China Star 2 to get it going.
Well, the place looks great. I've driven by. What's a is it dim sum
Yeah,
lounge?
dim sum, yes.
Yeah, what's that? What's that going to be like?
It's like a traditional Chinese breakfast. I'm not sure you ever had it before. Steamed dumplings and rice stick noodles, stuff like that.
Now, is the plan is to be more of a restaurant than a nightclub?
Oh yes, it's definitely more restaurant style.
Is there going to be any entertainment?
As far as I know, no. Just
They also intend to have weddings, birthdays, when people are asked to use it, and they would have entertainment at that time, but they don't plan anything else.
Okay. And while you've been the bar manager at the Kowloon, have you had any issues with the ABCC or the authorities for Saugus?
no.
No? Okay, great. Well, I mean, the building looks great. You obviously have tremendous experience in serving alcohol. The only thing I would warn you about the city in that location is that the establishment beforehand got a reputation of not being it wasn't a good establishment at the end.
Yes, I understand.
And from the looks of it, I don't think that you'll have that issue, but we want you to start off good and remain strong while you're there, and you're making a big investment in the city, and we appreciate that. And as long as you follow the rules and regulations of the License Commission, and you get in contact with the police, and you have good communication with them, I don't think you'll have any issues, and I'd be inclined to support the license.
Second that.
Yeah, I get, yeah. Is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this license? In favor, in favor, in favor? There being none, that portion of the hearing is closed. Anyone to speak in opposition? In opposition? Come to the podium, sir.
Hi, my name is Charles Smith. I'm trustee of Village Townhouse Condos directly across the street from China Star. I'm not really opposed to a liquor license there. I'm here mainly because of experience of the past businesses that have been there. They have had a deck on the outside with speakers and live music on the outside, which has been quite a nuisance and very aggravating to the 18 condominium units, especially right across the street and down Cornell Street. Again, I'm not opposed to a liquor license.
Right.
If they don't sell, there appears to be a deck going off to the back. I didn't see a deck proposed on the plans, and it opens off of the lounge area. I would be opposed if they sold liquor and served it outside on the deck and had entertainment out there, i.e. Speakers, music, and stuff like that. But as far as the restaurant and the liquor license, I have no objection.
Okay, thank you. Could you clarify the deck, Attorney
That's
Flood?
just a loading dock in the back, I think that what he's talking about. We have no intention of serving any alcohol outside. That's why we get rid of the existing deck and
Okay.
put everything inside, so.
Okay. Is there anyone else to speak in opposition? In opposition, in opposition? That being, there being none, that portion of the hearing is closed. And, you know, I believe you brought up a good point relative to the deck, but, you know, through their attorney and looking at the plan that was submitted to us, there is no deck. So, you know, any entertainment would be inside and, you know, just keep it, you know, there are some residences in that area, so we'd want to keep the nuisance to them to a minimum. So with that, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. So moved. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
See ya.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda.
Okay. Commission will now first take up the matter to do with the secondhand motor vehicles used car dealer Class 2 license to be surrendered for cancellation. That is Route 38 Auto Sales, Inc., Gerald Peluca, President, doing business at Route 38 Auto Sales at 639 Rogers Street, an open lot approximately 70 feet by 125 feet, with office trailer 12 feet by 40 feet. The license number is 738-B. There is a condition where there's a maximum number of motor vehicles for sale and storage is 15, and there are to be no junk motor vehicles or parts thereof for the License Commission. This license being offered for cancellation, which is for the calendar year 2012, is in conjunction with an application for a new license for the same premises, which is item number 6 of the agenda, which is to do with Middlesex Auto Sales Corp., Valdir L. Borba, President, for premises at 639 Roger Street. Middlesex Auto Sales presently has 2 licenses, one at 859 Gorham Street in Lowell, as well as 511 Middlesex Street in Lowell. The Middlesex Auto Sales Corp. has entered into a sublease agreement, a copy of which is part of the application.
Is Mr. Pagliuca here? No, he's not. No, all right. I'll make a motion to allow the surrender of the license.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The license is surrendered. Mr. Borba, introduce yourself for the record.
Valdir Borba for Middlesex Auto Sales.
Okay. Captain Webb, have we had any issues with Mr. Borba and his other 2 locations?
No, not that I'm aware of, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. How's business going?
Okay.
Okay. You're familiar with the rules and regulations?
Yes, I am.
And the CMRs of the Commonwealth and what the Registry of Motor Vehicles requires?
Yes.
Okay. The one thing relative to this location, there have been a lot of businesses in and out of that spot right there. You know, it is a main thoroughfare in the city. As you're aware, on Middlesex Street, that's a main thoroughfare, but this is too, it's a way that a lot of people come into the city, so we don't, you know, there's a 15-car limit, don't have more than 15 cars, and, you know, make sure it's in good repair. There's a lot of people that drive through that Dunkin' Donuts drive-through every day and look at those cars, so I'm sure you can
Absolutely.
sell some if they look good.
Hope so.
No questions? Second.
Make a motion.
Motion.
Make a motion.
I make a motion to approve.
All right, seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye, so moved.
Thank you.
All right, good luck. You'll get the hang of it. You'll get the hang of it.
That was easy. Commission will now open a hearing on the allegation of misconduct as charged by Kenneth E. LaValle, the Superintendent of Police, against Gennario D. Pereira and Son, Inc., doing business as Turcotte Liquors, Gennario D. Pereira, manager, the all-alcoholic beverage package store licensee at 412-424 Lawrence Street. Alleged violation of Mass Chapter 138, Section 34, a sale or delivery of alcohol beverage to a person under 21 years of age, 1 count. Is Jan Pereira here?
I mean, it's almost 7 o'clock. It's 6:50, huh?
I have, you know, notice.
He was served.
Well, in the usual way, customary way, is to do a mailing. The mailing is by certified mail return receipt, which I have the return receipt, which is signed on November 15th. And also, it's also sent by first-class postal service as well.
That wasn't returned either.
I did see Mr. Pereira yesterday in the office. He had been taking care of business to do with the renewal of his license. I'm assuming, I would think it's fair to say that he didn't do it. He's not here because, you know, President is not here is because willful. I think it's just maybe something that didn't get,
Yeah,
slipped his attention.
You know, I typically, when we have hearings like this, we expect the managers to be here. But in the, 4 or 5 years I've been on the License Commission, Mr. Pereira has come to meetings frequently that don't involve him, so I find it kind of odd that he's not here tonight. So, why don't we hold it until I know we don't have much left, but why don't we hold it and see if he appears, and then we can discuss what we're gonna do with this.
Commission will now go forward with the next item on the agenda for a hearing on the allegation of misconduct as charged by Kenneth E. LaValle, Superintendent of Police, against the licensee known as New Bliss, Inc., doing business as Garcia Brogans, Ronald Brogan, manager, the all-alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 131 Middlesex Street, Unit Number 5, alleged violation of Mass. Chapter 138, Section 34, a sale or delivery of alcohol beverage to a person under 21 years of age, 1 count.
Good evening, Mr. Clerk and Commissioners. My name is Ronald Brogan, manager of Garcia Brogans.
Okay. Captain Webb, could you summarize, or do you waive the reading of the complaint?
Yeah, whatever's easy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. With the complaint waived, could you please summarize the complaint?
Mr. Chairman, on September 28th of this year, members of the Special Investigations Section under the command of Lieutenant Goldner were conducting compliance checks in the city of various liquor establishments. They were being assisted in these compliance checks by a 20-year-old female who did not have any money or identification with her other than money that had been provided to her by the detectives. At 6:27 p.m., the 20-year-old female entered Garcia Brogans at 131 Middlesex Street and ordered and was served a Sam Adams beer. She left the establishment and reported to Lieutenant Goldner and Detective Desolitz, who then entered and identified the server as Jose Viteri. Mr. Viteri admitted that he had served the young lady a beer and that he should have asked for an ID. Detective Desolitz is here if you'd like to hear from him.
What do you have to say?
Yeah, this is my bartender, Jose Viteri. Yeah, it was a bad mistake and very bad misjudgment on his behalf. We have given him a written warning about it. He is a long-time employee of mine. He's with me actually 7 years.
Okay.
And it was just, as I said to him, a real stupid mistake. And we take full responsibility.
How many years have you been in business in the city of Lowell?
Over three years.
Okay.
3 years in August.
And have you failed any other compliance checks?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. The thing that concerns us is that one, it happened at 6:30. I know you guys tend to get busy later in the evening, but at 6:30, you got to be vigilant all the time. But there's no excuse at that time of night.
I totally understand.
Secondly, it is a college town, and I'm sure you get a lot of your business from the students that are residing downtown now, and they're going to try everything to get into your place, and you got to be vigilant. Now, do you have bouncers at the door?
Yeah, the bouncer at the door comes on around 9.
Around 9?
They're pretty good with checking on the IDs. Everybody's checked on the ID.
All right. Are your employees tips trained?
Yeah, they're all tips trained, yeah.
All tips trained. Okay. I hope you've rectified the situation. You've spoken to your bartender.
Yeah, we have spoken to him. He is an experienced bartender, as he admits to the police involved. It was just a bad mistake he made. It's on the statement.
Okay.
Well, as you say, it's 6:30 on a Friday evening. Definitely should not ever have happened.
Well, in my, from my reading of the ABCC decisions, these compliance checks are meant to be training tools and to get you guys, back on your toes. And especially with the holiday season coming up, and I'm sure you're gonna, hopefully business picks up for you guys. you're gonna have a lot of people in and out, and you gotta be vigilant as to who's being served, and especially in your place where it's a restaurant too, you're gonna have people that are under the age of 21, so you gotta be vigilant. You have any comments?
Just that, like Brian had said, just use it as a learning tool, and
Yes.
hopefully in the future, no other problems.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I'll make a motion to put this complaint on file.
I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So this is your one bite at the apple. Don't let it happen again.
Okay.
All right, good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, relative to Turk, I mean, it's 7 o'clock, so if he's not here, he's not coming. I mean, I think, giving his track record in being, you know, in the years that I've been here and the years that you've been here, he's always appeared, correct?
There's nothing that I can say, Mr. Pereira, that would, like I said just at the beginning, it would be willful on his part not to be present. I think it was just an oversight. I know he's had some personal issue. I know that from just my dealings with the business and licensing. So maybe it could have some bearing on that.
Well, maybe we can, you know, I'd make a motion that we send him a letter. Well, we continue the hearing until December 20th. And we send him a letter informing him that if he doesn't appear on the 20th, his license will be suspended indefinitely.
Okay.
Second that.
Yes, I'll make that a motion. Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So moved.
Commission will now open a hearing on the status of the manager of record for Camilla LLC, doing business as Reservations. Dolores Cruz, manager, the all-alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 179 Central Street. Is Dolores Cruz here?
Now, the last time we gave Miss Cruz, she didn't appear at the last meeting, and her son appeared in her stead, and we said it's imperative that his mother be here tonight, and not here. You know, the issue that we had was relative to who's actually managing the location. There was, you know, we had sent some mailings, correct, and they were returned.
As is, if I may just say, that when the commission had a hearing with respect to a violation at that last meeting, which was November the 8th, Camilla LLC, the mailing for that hearing, all of which was returned to the License Commission undeliverable by the Postal Service. That is to say that the first two notices for that hearing were one by certified mail return receipt request, was undeliverable, as well as a piece of mail for the first class Postal Service. It wasn't until Captain Webb had Detective Coughlin serve notice to the business at 11 o'clock one evening for that particular hearing scheduled for November the 8th. Mr. Torres, who was the son of Dolores Cruz, came on behalf of the business, identifying himself as acting or as a assistant manager. The absence of his mother, who is the manager and owner of the business, was not did not do justice to the matter of the complaint. That is, he was told at that meeting on November the 8th that it would be expected that his mother would be coming to the next meeting, which is scheduled this evening, and notice was sent to the address on November 14th. Both pieces of mail were returned to the License Commission. I also took the extraordinary measure of mailing a piece of mail to her, what I know to be her place of residence in Lowell, and just by first-class mail, and that was returned. No, I'm sorry to say that, that was not returned. So that's, I don't want to go into it any further than that in this purpose of the agenda and what we have on the agenda. There is another side to the story, there's another explanation I can offer, but I don't think this venue would be, at this moment in time, would be the opportune time because of the restrictions on notice of hearing and notice of filing an agenda in a timely manner, items for the agenda, I should say.
Well, I think at the last meeting, we made it crystal clear that we wanted Ms. Cruz here. And additionally, we sent him notice. Whether he received it or not is another matter, but we did send him notice informing him that the person, that the corporate liquor license retain a person responsible for the day-to-day business on the licensed premises, and failure to do so shall be cause for the local licensing authority to suspend the liquor license. So, I think it's clear in this case that they're showing, they're not acting in good faith. I don't believe so. I'd make a motion to suspend the liquor license.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So moved. So Captain Webb, if you could pick up the license, and they can't serve until we deal with this issue.
We'll do that, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you. And I just, for the record, we made it crystal clear to him last time that he should be here, his mother should be here, and, not being here, it's not a good way to do business, so.
Okay, so the suspension would take effect forthwith.
Forthwith, yeah.
And it will be continuous until such time as the commission has a chance to meet with Ms. Cruz?
Yeah, yes. Or if we can get some, we can deal with it in some other manner, but, until we have a quorum that decides they get their license back, that's what's gonna happen.
Okay. Does the law department have anything?
Yeah, does the law department have any input on this?
Not particularly, given that the Ms. Cruz violated the terms of the License Commission, and the directive was quite clear. The License Commission is well within its bounds to suspend the license until such time as these irregularities are clarified. So.
And I think the extraordinary step of Mr. Nguyen to send a notice to the home address of Ms. Cruz, and the law my understanding of the law in the Commonwealth is a letter sent first-class mail that is not returned is deemed delivered. So it would be my understanding that they received the letter. So someone should have been here.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, on a more favorable note, we have applications on the next item of the agenda. Tremonte Restaurant Group, LLC, all alcoholic beverage restaurant license applicant, common vic license applicant, and license for entertainment for licensed restaurant, and license for automatic amusement device for premises at 44 Palmer Street. The principal involved with this particular business has businesses in the city of Woburn, and which have liquor licenses. It is my request to the board if it was scheduled a hearing date and publication. My suggestion might be that we hold this hearing on December the 20th. And if that be the case, legal notice could be published for Friday, December 7th, and it would necessitate the applicant notifying abutters, property owners touching, and any church, school, or hospital within 500 feet. The office received communication from a downtown resident official of a downtown business association or residential association, seemed to have a favorable comment, a favorable perspective on this particular application.
Well, we'll schedule the public hearing, or I'll make a motion to schedule the public hearing on December 20th at 7 p.m.
Second.
All those in favor say aye, so moved.
And there is, next item on the agenda is application by Rosenblum Corporation for the transfer of the all-alcoholic beverage package store license held by Ornelas Enterprises, Inc., premises at 1012 Gorham Street. This would be an application for the same premises. It's just a change of ownership is the intent. And again, this would be a public hearing. It doesn't require the applicant to notify abutters, but it does require a legal notice to be published.
Make a motion that we schedule that the December 20th also.
Second.
Those in favor say aye. So moved.
And the last item on our agenda is communications from the Superintendent of Police, Kenneth LaValle, allegations of misconduct against 2 licensees, the first being Beck's Inc., doing business as Brian's Ivy Hall, Kevin Hayhurst, manager, all alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 74 Merrimack Street, and the second is Resendez Inc., doing business as Red Line Grill and Pub, John M. Resendez, manager, all alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 1018 Gorham Street.
How many hearings do we have on the 20th? Is it just those 2 we just put on?
The 2 for the applications. One would pertain to the Jan Pereira, and notice will be sent to, again, to Dolores Cruz to appear for December 20th, if this desire is to have the license reinstated, or at least have some favorable reaction from the board. So that, at the moment, we do have 2, just for the record, we do have 2 other complaints from the superintendent of police that are being held up presently, pertaining to 2 package stores, L&M and DNY Corp. And until such time as we can have a 3rd member of the commission, those matters will have to be held up for a short period of time, I assume.
Yes. All right, well, I'll make a motion that we schedule these 2 hearings for the December 20th also.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So moved. So we'll schedule them for the 20th, and
Yeah.
we'll bang them out before the new year.
Now, is there any suggestion
Yeah.
for start time for
So
the?
start time, just, I have my son has a show that I have to go to, so if we could schedule it for 7 PM, I think I'll be able to get here in time. So, if that's all right with everyone.
Fine with me.
All right,
Okay.
so we'll schedule for 7 at December 20th.
And all the notices for hearing and legal notices will reflect the 7 PM start.
Great. All right, with that, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So moved.